of justice really delves into that issue of the philosophy and the other aspects of
And
that.
it looks like we're just about to get back to the debate.
Your value is justice, and you define it by Aristotle as teachers do. Who does each entail?
I think in this situation, as you see from the structure of my case, we're looking at giving what is deserved to multiple parties. So we're talking about not only is our government and our state, us as a nation, do the liberty to interact with other nations, to intervene in international politics, but also each person is due at some fundamental level
Yeah, so let's
rights.
talk about this fundamental certain rights. So humans are due the protection of their human rights, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. In addition, do collective groups of people have rights as well? For example, do people have the right to self-determination?
I think it depends on how you're talking about that. Like, I
Okay,
would say
let's
that
clarify with self-determination. Self-determination is the right for citizens to struggle to achieve values. And this is the interaction that's sacred between citizens and states. Do you think that this is important enough for us to value in today's debate?
Of course, I would say that we need to consider all rights of people.
Sure.
And
So that means that self-determination or collective rights are another party in today's resolution we should look at then.
It sounds like you're saying I'm not taking them into account. And I would say that not only is justice, as I said in my original speech that you just heard, the balancing of rights against each other, so deciding
Okay.
which are more important, which are less important.
So then our goal in today's debate then is to figure out what the guiding principle is, how to, on general, balance these competing rights, correct?
I would say so.
Okay, so let's look to this general idea. In your second contention, you present me with specifics, such as Rwanda, Somalia. These are all very tragic. Would you advise the U.S. to adopt as its guiding foreign policy principle to unilaterally intervene whenever it sees such tragic atrocities occur?
Okay, so at the top of my speech, or at the beginning of my speech, I talked about how it would be unwise in any foreign policy to apply a certain blanket response to everything.
Yes, so what is your response then to Rwanda? What would you have suggested the U.S. do?
Well, I'm no policymaker.
Right.
But I would certainly say that if we have faith in our idea, if we know that political intervention is the way we save lives, is the way we
so
help
the
human
resolution
rights.
presents us with that policy, so we don't need to come up with it ourselves. And you're affirming this policy. So this policy seems to me to say that the U.S. as a general principle can intervene whenever it sees such atrocities. So do you agree with this stance, since you're
Okay,
affirming?
But in the same sentence you just said, as a general principle and whenever it sees these things, which implies every single time. So what I'm again asserting is that political intervention takes many forms. So of course you can use the most appropriate
Right, so they take
form.
forms and they can take the most appropriate form. But